Halloween released these leaks, and this video almost broke me. I am so happy and so excited for this year, and you could not, even try to imagine. A bunch of leaks came pouring sometime yesterday, and I was not ready for what I was about to say. I tried not to spoil myself, but collecting little photos, I spoiled myself too much. So let's see some thoughts and talk about this awesome year. Do you know that phrase, the best for last, save the best for last? Well, we're gonna flip-flop that. I'm putting all the positives here at front and putting all the negatives at last. So that way I can blast you with all my positives and end with some hurtful negatives. First, I'm going to start with the Camp Harbor Lake merchandising layout. The two fronts should be Pumpkin Punisher and Jason. Awesome. Those are perfect too. Pumpkin Punisher is so menacing, and Jason, well, this is technically his thing. I did hear that he had a little bit of shipping problems, and that's probably why he was not in the teaser or really anything. So he might be replaced with Ghostface. Now I'll get to explain why that's a con at the end, like I told you, and let's keep moving on to positives with Harmonica Hank being right next to Pumpkin Punisher. Awesome little guy, and I just can't wait to see him. On the other side of him, we have a Tombstone Rocker, which Spirit Halloween has been showing off lately, and I get why, because if you want like a Haunted Mansion Disney-style thing where all the tombstones are singing and dancing, then the Tombstone Rocker is for you. It looks kind of flimsy, but I haven't used one yet. Hopefully they'll have more of those out this year. And right next to the Tombstone Rocker, we have Buzz. Buzz the Amazing. Buzz is absolutely a great choice, and for this camp theme, he will do pretty good. F, G, and I. F for Trash Bandit, G for Harvey Carvey, and J for Michael Myers. Trash Bandit being a nice, simple prop, I could see that. I don't know why he's there, but J, we have Harvey Carvey, and we knew he was going to be there. And that was G. J is going to be Trick or Treat Studios' Michael Myers. And I've got to say, I'm a big fan. This might be one of the best Michael Myers. Kind of slow for my taste. But, yeah. He's there, and he is awesome. Across from him, we have I, the Willow Witch. Who I kind of made it seem like she was the only prop I wanted to see, which is super inaccurate. I just like to... Moving on to inside, we have H. H is Whirling Wendy. I keep getting all these names mixed up. First, I thought she was Lucky Liz for a minute, and then I figured out her new name is Fiona Frazzles. Then I got her mixed up with Darcy Doom, thinking that was it, and then they changed it to Whirling Wendy, and Darcy Doom is coming soon, don't worry. Whirling Wendy very accurately explains what she is, because she seems like a Whirling Wendy to me. Really not too happy she's out, but she is in the little area with crackles. So I'd say 2 clowns in a cabin sounds like something Spirit would do, and I'm not surprised. K will be the classic sitting scarecrow, or the scary sitting scarecrow. Nice for anyone who wants to buy him, and it was a good way to sell it to me, along with another classic jumping spider, which we'll get into a second. And then M is Xenomorph. So far, this is all looking really, really good, and I'll get to the theme details in a second. But right now, we're just going over the props. Now, over here in this little lake area, we'll get to the lighting in a second. But inside the lake, and guess what? It is the Bog Monster. He looks massive. I don't know if he's a Nightcrawler reskin, because his lunging animation sort of looks like it. But he talks, which instantly ruins it for me. I'm sorry. Beside it are 5 different animatronics. Carnival Creeper, Jeremy Jaws, the Black Jumping Spider, Doomsday Duo, and guess what? I called it, Screaming Reaper. I think he's going to be one of, maybe not a Dagger Mike reskin, but, something close to that. Maybe, the little skelly bones. I don't know, I'm not too excited. He's kind of tiny too. Doomsday Duo is awesome. I can't wait to see her. But unfortunately, with the stores we have around here, they're all pretty small. So I'm kind of testing my luck on if we get to see a full layout. Otherwise, I'd go to Doomsday Duo first. Still deciding if I want to get her. So far, there's 4 animatronics I want this year. So, I don't know, maybe. Alright, let's get on to the theme. Spirit Halloween is known for their front ISE and how good they do it. Every year they have a good one that represents each theme, and this one could not be any better. The lantern is extraordinary. The sign that says Camp Harbor Lake on it is super cool. The dead leaves on the ground and the cattails or hay bush or whatever. And then you can see Harmonica Hank in this photo. And Jason and Pumpkin Punisher. He is giant. Too giant for this theme. They should have added another giant here to make it more. The step pads remind me of an old rundown log cabin, which is exactly what I'd expect from this year. And the whole other part of this theme really does reflect that too. Now let's get to this little Harvey Carvey scene with Harvey Carvey, Trash Bandit, and Michael Myers in the front. And on the back you can see Buzz, who is going to be facing towards Willow Witch, and Willow Witch will be facing towards Buzz. The awesome step pad is there. And we get another look at the chart that says everything about the Halloween animatronics. The theme looks really nice and really clean, and it's just an overall really nice camping theme. And the autumn trees are a weird touch, but do add to the Halloween feeling, which is really what they're supposed to be meant for. And then, oh boy, do I have a bunch to talk about in the back theme. Their signs are pretty cool. I like the signs. The skeleton in the lifeguard is awesome. The buoy, it's too much. But I did hear some rumors, and we do have a little bit of confirmation that there will be some fun lighting on the lake for the bog monster to sit in. That sounds cool. I hope they have some good lights. I've heard that the fire and ice light effects will be added, and I don't know how, but I'm sure they can come up with something. In this picture, you can also see a little bit more of Screaming Reaper, and I can't tell honestly now if he is a reskin of Little Skelly Bones or like a Dagger Mike reskin. The ISE this year is really cool, and I hope we'll get into more. Well, I'll get into more, I mean. But on that chart with every animatronic, let's take a look at what we can see. We can see on the Jason Voorhees, it says servo motors gives realistic movement. Which, if you mean realistic movement, you mean this weird swing. And then we can also see that Michael Myers says licensed audio. With a stellar prop like this, I guess that's all they could really say for it. Darcy Doom, which I'll talk about in a sec, says online only. Dead Humor says online only. Ghostface, I'm going to try and make it out, but I'm not sure for sure. Something M or P. I think the bottom is online only, or something like order now, or clearance now. Down below, I can make out that Xenomorph says licensed audio, but what lies up above kinda, it's interesting. I found this area that said components needed, and wow, there's a lot to talk about here. First, there's ISE cartoons, but below it are the lake rules signs, and I just love those little posters. The boating sign is awesome, and the warning sign, which is something that I haven't seen before, and I'm excited to see it. The life preserver is awesome, the paddle, the bucket, and the lifeguard kit. Unfortunately, they are all sort of linked together in this one area, but this year will be awesome, but because of its details. Look at the turtle and the fish. It's an animated fish. What more could you want? The lily pad effect, lily pad set is great, and the water effect is what I was trying to say. I don't know. It could be really, 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 really cool, but it's too bad that Spirit doesn't turn off their lights anymore. The power adapter, I see that. There's a cattail, which looks pretty nice. And one thing I want to touch on before we get out of this area is the closed for the season sign. You bet that cabin is closed for the season with all those monsters running around there. That's just a nice little detail to add, and they did a really good job on it. Here's a little bit of a leak we have for the Freddy Fazbear section. I don't think there could be anyone in this world who could hate Freddy Fazbear, and this little side theme looks incredible. I really do hope that it doesn't turn out to be like Younghee, where it's just like unnoticed until the end. But I am 100% ready for this. Overall, a great year for Spirit. I did forget to mention this, and before I get back to the video, I'm going to talk about the animatronic activation switch. It looks cool, and it looks like it fits the theme, and I'm assuming that little red thing is like a button or some sort of maybe, and you push it down, maybe the thing makes a buzzing sound, I don't know. Looks pretty cool. The price, $27, is higher than the freaking licensed Freddy Fazbear. Well, not licensed, because it doesn't look licensed, but still, if you didn't have some very dedicated fans out there, Spirit, then I don't think anyone would really buy this. All I'm saying is that you should probably lower the animatronics activation switch a little bit lower, maybe, I don't know. But I'm not leaving anytime soon. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what this is. There's this red, yellow, blue, green. There's one, the green one says hiking trail, the red one says campfire pits, the yellow one says archery range, and the blue one says Harbor Lake. And okay, yeah, this is the first time I'm reviewing it. So I guess you put it on this little sign and you just sort of stick it on so you can see everything and get, like, I mean, of course they have these in real trails, so it's awesome to see it here. Another thing that I'm going to talk about is hopefully there's going to be, like, some posters, Camp Harbor Lake posters. I'm always surprised at how cheap they are each year, and I just hope there's more. The Spirit Halloween Carnival one has been hanging in my little area since it came out. It has not been taken down once. In a huge black frame. It is awesome, and I want another one to accompany it on the other side. And before I end off all of this video, I'm going to blast you with some negatives. Which there are very few, but what the few are pretty big. Darcy Doom looks like a trash animatronic. Now, before we all get mad at Spirit, remember Spirit is the one who chose them, not the one who made him. That means whoever made this didn't do a very good job. And I can't tell exactly what this is. Maybe a Trixie reskin or a Backbend Bonnie reskin. Because the base is kind of giving me a Trixie reskin. But the way it's standing is giving me Backbend Bonnie reskin. I'm glad it's online only. And continuing with online only, Dead Humor is online only, unfortunately. Why? You could have easily fitted Dead Humor with Crackles or something like that. That huge cabin is huge, and you can put him in there. I don't know, he's just a really nostalgic one for most people. And though it wasn't really too much of a hit for me, the people who do want it back are probably going to be sad to see that he's not in. But on the bright side, if I were Spirit and I wanted to bring back something every year, then I'd probably make it online only myself. So I guess I can't blame them. You know what else is online only? Misfortune Teller. But why is that a con? Because a lot of people are saying she's bad. Well, I happen to like her quite a bit. And the thing about Spirit Halloween and their ISEs is they're supposed to show off animatronics that they're suggesting people would buy. And if you're not going to put that witch here, no one's going to see it. And they're not going to pay online because they want a simple budget prop. I feel like there could be a little bit more swapping. Or maybe we don't need any swapping. How about replace Willow Witch with the Tombstone Rocker? I meant replace the Tombstone Rocker with Willow Witch. The tombstone rocker could also be anywhere else. If we did have Ted Hoomer in that little area, then right out on the other side with Whirling Wendy, put the tombstone rocker. Automatic, 2 extra animatronics. And then, like, the last thing is just overall, everything that I'm kind of interested in is kind of placed in the back. Doomsday Duo and the jumping spiders and, well, I already have a jumping spider. Oh, that brings me to my other one. We'll get to that in a sec. But everything is kind of huddled into the back. And if your store is small, you're probably only going to be able to see, 5 animatronics, and one of them is going to be a tombstone rocker. And then to the last con. I think it's the last con. I don't know, I kind of forget stuff while I'm making the videos. But one of the other big ones for me is, why is black jumping spider there? I wanted the green jumping spider there. No, Spirit. I am genuinely considering that green jumping spider. I love green so much, and my jumping spiders have seen better days. So I could hand them down to friends. That would mean I would get the green jumping spider. And I hear it's bigger than the black jumping spider, which could also be why they put the black jumping spider there. But I'm considering the green jumping spider, and I really do need to see that thing in person before any of us get it. And by putting the black jumping spider, I'm sure everyone has one of those. It's always like a tradition to put the new one in. I mean, they did the gray one when that came out. They did the red one when that came out alongside the black one. And the black one has just been used for years. Anyway, stellar year for Spirit Halloween. I cannot wait to see what I can see in our... I just can't wait. And hopefully there will be another drop, which I'm very 100% sure that I will be covering. This video killed me to make, but I hope it turns out great for you guys. Don't forget to give me a like so I know you're watching, and to always stay spooky.